This is Lock It In with Cam Rogers right here on Believe. Of course, presented by betonline.ag. Cam Rogers coming at you. Horrible week picking NFL games, going 1-5 on the show. And then I picked the Cowboys on the money line for Monday Night Football. That was on my TikTok, YouTube, all that good stuff. That put me at 2-5 on the week, 19-21 in total so far this NFL season, which is not necessarily ideal, but we're talking about profitability long term, right, folks? That is the key here on the show. So let's keep it going with my best bets here this week. I've got a 6-pack of NFL games. I'll be honest with you, not my favorite slate of NFL games here this week as far as value is concerned. The first 2 games that I talk about will be my favorite 2 of the week, but feel free to use your own judgment about spreading your units across these games here this week. Of course, follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Cam Rogers Live, as well as at Cam Rogers on YouTube. Be sure to check out my content there. We've got 2 additional episodes of Lock It In here this week. Of course, the usual Believe Me with Clay Harbor and Brandon Lang. I've got a fun guest coming on the show later this week to talk about Thursday night football, college football, and NFL betting. So stay tuned for that. 3 episodes, lucky you, of this very program throughout the week. I think that's it for housekeeping. Let's get into my NFL Week 7 best bets. All right, we start with the Chargers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, and this is my favorite play of all 6 that I talk about on my show. The Chargers plus the 5.5 is the play, and here's why. Road dogs, week 8 or earlier, with the team's ATS win percentage at 50 or lower, the spread is less than 7. Money line is 250 or less. Over under is 41 or more. Over under 55 or less. The underdog is hitting at a 72% rate since 2019, going 83, 32, and 4. Plus, we know what? That the Chargers historically have played the Chiefs very well. Justin Herbert has played against the Chiefs pretty well. Coming off a loss, and I think they probably should have won that game or at least tied with the Cowboys. Too many points in a divisional matchup like this. Give me the Chargers as my play of the week, plus 5.5. The Eagles take on the Dolphins on Sunday Night Football, and I love Philadelphia minus 1.5. Here's why. Key betting system that's hitting at a 68% clip since 1989. Going 73, 35, and 1. When the opponent won the previous game by 14 or more, the team is at home, week 9 or earlier, and the opponent's total win differential is 60 or more. That team is covering at a 68% clip since 1989. So we're fading a large point differential, with the logic being there will be some regression to the mean for this team, talking about the Dolphins. We have yet to see them get blown out. I feel like that could happen here this week with Philadelphia coming off an embarrassing loss to Zach Wilson and the Jets, right? This is a get-right spot for Philadelphia. Give me the Eagles -1.5. Giants and the Commanders. A lot of times you'll get value in these divisional matchups, especially with the dog. And we have that here this week with the Giants plus the 2. A betting system that is hitting at an 81% clip since 2010, going 38-9-1. Week 7 or earlier, the team made the playoffs last year. The opponent missed the playoffs last year. Team's win percentage is less than the opponent's. The spread is 7 or less. The dog is covering at over an 80% clip. Are we really going to buy into the Commanders after they beat the Falcons? No. And honestly, the Giants couldn't even field a JV team against the Bills last week and nearly won. Give me New York to cover +2. Seahawks and Cardinals. I love the Cardinals in this spot, plus the 7.5. Divisional road dogs coming off a loss. And the team missed the playoffs last year. Team failed to cover in its previous game, the Cardinals. Before week 12, the dog is covering at a 64% clip since 2005, going 124, 71, and 5. Additionally, underdogs are covering at a 70% rate versus Seattle since 2015, when the spread is 3 or more, but 8.5 or less. That is the case here this week with the Cardinals. Give me Arizona, Josh Dobbs, to get it done and keep this one close. Let's talk about the Colts battling the Browns. This is a perfect sell high spot with Cleveland coming off that big-time win against the 49ers, but I think that was more of an indictment on San Francisco as opposed to credit for Cleveland. The Colts coming in with kind of a bad public perception. You could see this number move to 3. Right now it's at 2. Great buy low spot for the Colts. Key betting system. Week 8 or earlier, the opponent's win percentage is above 50. The opponent missed the playoffs last year. The Colts in this case and the dog are covering at a 58% rate since 2004, going 282, 206, and 14. Also, dogs of 3 points or less in conference play are covering at a 58% rate since 2018. So not like 65 or 70, but a profitable rate with a large sample size and a great sell high spot here. Give me the Colts to cover. Falcons and Buccaneers. Tough one here, but I do like the Falcons plus the 2.5. Here's why. Divisional road dogs coming off a home loss when they were favored, covering at a 58% clip since 1989, going 138, 99, and 9. Additionally, when the opponent's win percentage is 60 or more against the spread, talking about after week 5, and the team's win percentage is 30 or less against the spread, the team with the worst ATS percentage is covering at a 58% clip since 1989. Again, profitability with a large sample size. And the Falcons actually fit a lot of systems for me here this week. Tough to get a read on the Bucs. I know who the Falcons are. I don't know who the Bucs are. Give me Atlanta plus the 2.5. All right, there you go. A 6-pack of bets right here on Lock It In with Cam Rogers. Follow me at Cam Rogers Live. Subscribe to the show. Leave a review. Tell your friends. I appreciate you. Plenty of more episodes to come later this week, so stay tuned for that. Talk to you all very soon.